Hello all. In today's session, I'll be doing the first activity of database which is prescribed by University of Mysore. In the first activity, you will be learning how to create the table and how to insert the values and some of the basic commands you will be learning. Okay. So, they have given you here the table which you have to create in the activity 1 is you have to create student table and they have given the contents of the table student also. Along with that they have given one more table, that is course table. Then you have section table. Then after that you have to create the table by name grade report. How do you do this is with the help of DDL and DML commands you will be doing this activity. First is you have to create a table, means you have to make use of a command create command. Okay. After that insert rows to individual tables using insert statement. Okay, using insert statement. Then they have given one more query, that is alter table section, add new field section and update the record. After that the next query is delete Brown's grade report. Then you have one more query, that is drop the table section. So these are the queries which you have to do using activity 1. So to do this queries, what you have to do is you have to make use of a software. Here I am going to show you how to use the software also. Go to start. I'll click on the start. Then I'll select all programs. When you open all programs, you can see a software Oracle Database 10G Express Edition. This is the software I am using to process my queries. That is Oracle Database 10G Express Edition. After that I'll click on that. When you click on that, you can find go to database home page. Then what I'll do is I'll click on go to database home page. Once I click, you will have a window. Here what you have to do is when you log into this page, you have to provide the username and password. Database login username and password. I'll be making use system as my username and password as Oracle. You can create your own password. Okay, but I am using system as my username and Oracle as my password. After that I'll click on login. When I give login, you will see a dashboard. In that dashboard, what you can do is you will see one icon, that is SQL. I'll click on the SQL icon. Then again I'll find one more icon. That icon is actually SQL command. I'll click on the SQL command icon. Once I click on that, you will see the Oracle interface like this. The Oracle interface will come. So here you can see one thing. Here you can see that once again. Okay. When I give this, you can see the icon auto commit. Auto commit is right mark. It is like they have marked it right mark they have given. That means that whatever the query you are writing here will be automatically saved. Okay, whatever the query you are writing is, that is automatically saved. Then no need to use the button save. After that, when I enter the queries, I have to make use of a button run to run my statements. Whatever the statements I have typed here, I have to run the statements, means I have to make use of a button run. Okay. So now the first thing what you have to do is you have to create the tables to process my queries. Without the tables, I cannot do anything. Like tables means database. Only when I have database, then I can process the queries. So let me tell you how to create the table. So first table what we have is, as I have shown you in table, when I show you the table first was student table. So you have to make use of create a table student. So to create a table student, I'll make use of a command create command. So I'll just type create and then table. This is the command I'll be using to create the table. Create table. Then I have to give the name of the table. What was the name of the table? It was student. So I'll make use as student. But I have already created student table. So I'll make use of student 2 as my table name. I have given student 2. Why? Because I already have student table in my this one. So what command I used? Create table to create the table student 2. After that there are certain columns. You could see the columns in the table student. What were the columns was there? Which are the columns are there means you have to create name column, register number, class and major. Name, register number, class and major. These are columns, but here we call them as attributes. We call them as attributes. So the first attribute which I have is name. I'll make use of attribute name. Okay. So whenever you create a attribute, you have to specify the data type. To create a name attribute, the data type I am using is character. I am using a data type character. So for character, I have to specify the length. I'll take the name of length 10. So I'll give 10. Then after that, I had register number. Next attribute is register number. So for register number, as it is number, I'll make use of the data type number. I'll make use of a data type number. After that, what I'll do, I'll specify the number. As I had only 2 digits, so I'll just give 2. Okay. After that, I'm using a constraint here. I'm using a constraint. I'm using primary key constraints. What do you mean by primary key constraint? Means, you know, primary key is nothing but it's a key which is distinguishable from other attributes. So register number is not common to all. Each student have different register number. So it is easy to access the record of each and every student. So what I'll do, I'll write my register number as primary key. So this is the constraints I am using. And one more thing, I cannot leave a primary key as null. So primary key not null constraints I am using for register number. After that, which is the next attribute I have is, it is class. Okay, after that I had a register number class. So class is again a number. So I'll just give it as number data type and length 2. Okay, and length 2. After that, I'll write major. Major is another attribute which is of character. Like CS they have given, so it is character. And I'll specify the length as 2. Okay. I had opened the parenthesis. Now I'll be closing the parenthesis. After that, I'll put a semicolon. This is how you have to write the command to create a table. First, what you have to do, you have to create table, specify the name and specify all the attributes with the length and data type. After this, I'll run the statement. When I run the statement, you can see they are showing table created. They are showing the line table created. Okay, if it is correct or not, I want to check. I want to check whether my table is created or not. So I'll use describe, DESC, describe. So after that, you have to specify the table name, that is student 2. Now, once again, I'll use a semicolon. So what I did was, I have to run only this statement. So I'll select that statement and run. Then you can see the schema of a data table student 2, and what are the attributes are there, and what are the data type, what is the length you have given, everything is shown in the table. Describe student 2. When you give that, it shows the structure or skeleton of the table what you have created. After that, what I have to do is, I have to go on inserting the values to the table. So here, when I show you, here you can see the values. You can see the values like in the table student, there are 2 records they have given. The one is Smith, another one is Brown. One is Smith, another one is Brown. Now, I will show you how to insert the values. So, the command used to insert the values is insert into, you have to specify the table name, that is student 2. I have a table by name student. So, I will give it as insert into student. Okay. Then you have to specify the values you want to enter. See here, insert into is a command to insert the values. To which table you have to insert, that I have specified as student 2, not students, it is student 2 which I have created. Then I have to specify the values. So first was, what is the first value we have? Name is the attribute. For name, I have to, whenever there is a character, put it in a single quotes. Make use of a single quotes. So single quotes, the name was Smith, I'll enter Smith, then put a close the quote, single quote, then put a comma, then we have register number, the register number is 70, then comma, then the number is the class is 1, then we have major, again it is a character, put it in a single quotes, that is CS, and then close the quote and then close the parenthesis and put a semicolon. This is how I'll be inserting a record to the table. What I'll do is I'll select that particular statement and then I'll run it. Okay, see here, it is showing one row inserted. It is showing one row inserted. So I want to see whether I have inserted the row or not. So what is the command I have to use is, I have to make use of select. I have to make use of a statement select. See, I have taught you in the theory class the commands which come under DML and the commands which come under DDL. See, this is the first activity where you will be learning about DML and DDL commands. Under DML, select, insert, update and delete comes. Under DDL, you will have create, alter, draw and rename. So, select is a DML command. So, what I will do is, I want to select all the records. Nan madirade one record. So, I want to see means, I will just give star. And where are those records? The name of the table. So, table name will be specified from which table. So, that is again a from clause. Okay. So, from table name I will specify. Student 2. I have created a name. Student 2. Put a semicolon. Then, I will select these two statements and run. Okay. And then run. When I run, see here, for my student table, I have inserted one more record, that is, one record, that is Smith. Okay, now we have one more record. What do we do as, we'll do one thing, I will select the same line. I will select the same line, copy and paste it. Okay, and paste it. But I'll change the values. Which is the next record I have? The next record which I have is, I think it is Brown. It is Brown. So, I'll, instead of Smith, I'll type Brown and delete Smith. What is Brown's register number? It is 18, because I said it is a primary key. I cannot leave it as null, as well it should not be repeated. And what is the class? The class is 2 and the major is same as CS. Now I'll run this statement. Okay, I'll run this statement, give run. Now one more record I have inserted. Okay, let me check whether two tables are not are present or not. How do I check is, then select the same student and give run. See, now you can see there are two records which I have inserted. So what you have learnt is, you have created a table and inserted the value. So you have done already two two queries. You have processed already two queries. The one is creation of the table, another one is insertion of the values. So to do all the queries, I have to create all four tables. I have to create all four tables. So to create a table, always it is difficult, means what you have to do is, I will be individually, I have to take one more create command to create another, another table. If I have to create, I have to use one more create table command. Okay, one second. Create one more table by name course. So what I'll do is, I will create a table by name course. So I had the data already, so I just copied it. How to create, I'll explain you. I have create the table by using create table. What is the name of the table? Course. So what are the attributes are there? Course name. Course name is character. They have given introduction into computer science. So it is a big name. So I have used the length as 20. Then there is a course number. Course number is, actually it is mixture of both alphabets as well as number. So I will be making use of varchar. When you have mixture of both numbers as well as character, then I will make use of a data type varchar, and I have specified the length as 10. After that I have primary key not null. Primary key not null. That means I am treating course number as a primary key and that should not be null. Okay. After that they have one more attribute, that is credit as. That is credit as, and they have given it as number. The data type is number. It is of length 1. Then I have one more attribute, that is department, and the department is data type is character, and I have given it as the length as 5. This is how I am creating another table, course. So now what I will do, I will select this and I will run it. I will select and I will run it. Okay. So what they are telling is name is already used by an existing object. Might be I have already created one table by name course. So what I will do, I will just make use as course 1. I will just change it. When you get a problem like this, that means that the name is already used. So give a different name. So don't change much. You just do one thing, add 1, 2, something like that to make a change. Then again I'll run and see what are the errors. Okay. Now I created table by name course. Now what you have to do? You have to go on inserting the values. So for this course, how many records we have? We have 4 records. I'll show you where are the records. Okay, see here, when I come to the table course, there are attributes as I have already entered: course name, course number, creditor, departments. Then I have to enter the records. So 4 records are there. There are 4 records. Now each one record I'll enter by making use of the command insert. I'll enter one by one record. Okay. I have entered already 4 records. The first record is insert into course, but I have created a table course 1. So I'll make it as course 1. Okay. For that first, and I'll give the values to it. I have to insert the values or records to the course 1 table. I'll enter one by one. But I've typed all the insert statements at once, so I can do like that also. So what is the first record is the course name is Intro to Computer Science. Then we have the course number, that is CS1310. Then we have credit as 4, and what is the department? CS. This is how I have entered all the records to the table. Now I'll check once whether can I enter all the record at once. We'll check it once. Then I'll give run. Okay, invalid character. There is some problem. So what I'll do is maybe some error. I don't know where I have to do it. So I'll do one by one. What is there an error in first line or second line? Yeah, there is some problem. The problem is you have to check what mistake I have done. First check the name of the table. Is it correct or not? Insert into course 1. It is correct. Then values. It is correct. Then see here, the single quotes what I have specified here is wrong. Single quotes comes like this. This is where I have made a mistake. Okay. Here also there is a mistake in the specifying the quotes. So I just made use of proper. Now it is correct or not. Okay. Now I'll check. Yeah. Here value too large for column system. Okay. So value which I have specified here, course name, it is more than 25. So what I have to reduce the space, because I have given 20 length but I am using 25. These are the errors which will be coming. See, maximum length is 20 but I have given 25. So I'll reduce it. How do I reduce this? I'll just remove the space. Then check me. Let me check whether it is correct, or I'll check whether it comes to 25 or not. See, if you specify 20 and you got 25, the error comes like this. Then what I did? Yes, I reduced it to 20. Then it accepted the, the record. Next, we'll go to the next record. So, as I said you, if you make a single quotes error also, it shows the error, as well as if the length is more than what you have specified, then also you will get the error. Now you have to read the error and rectify what is the mistake you have made. Okay. Now see here, what mistakes I have made is everywhere the single quotes what I have used is wrong. So it was given error. Now I have corrected. I'll check for the second value. Okay. I'll insert the second record. Okay, then here again the record. Okay, that third record is also inserted. Again that error and execute or process the query. Now I have inserted 4 records. Okay, so all the records which I have entered, if I want to check, what I have to make use select command which I have to use is select, then star. I want to see all the records. The table name is from course 1. From course 1. Now I will select this and run. Whether my table is created and it is showing the records also or not. See here. I have created the table course 1. I have created the table course 1. Now while describing this creating this create table course 1, I showed you what kind of error comes. If you have specified 20 length and you have given 25, what errors comes, and while specifying the codes, what mistakes you made, everything I have shown you. Okay, to do this activity you still need 2 more tables. We'll do that also. Just hold on a second. I'll be creating another table by name section. Okay, if you see here, after course table you have one more table, that is by name section, and the attributes are for the section is section identifier, course number, year and instructor. Okay, these are the attributes which you have to create. Okay, now coming to the this one table creation, I will explain you what are the things I have mentioned in this table. So first command what I have used to create a table is create table, that is common, which I have taught you already. After that they have given the name of the table, that is section. Then they have specified each and every attribute. So the first attribute is section identifier, and which has only numbers. So I have used the data type number, which is of length 3. And I have taken this section identifier as the primary key. So I have specified it as primary key not null. After that, the next attribute which comes is year. Okay, year is there. So year is number. I have taken year as number. Okay. After that, instructor is there. After that, what I have another column instructor, which is of data type character, and I have specified the length as 10. We have one more attribute, that is course number. Course number I have taken as data type as varchar and 10. Now I am writing this course number. I am writing this course number as foreign key. Okay. Thing is that course number was present in the course table also, and it is present in the section table also. So what happens while explaining the theory, I have said you that if at all key attribute, if it is present in one table, if it is acting as a primary key in one table, the connection, when you provide a connection in another table, the same attribute will be treated as a foreign key. So course number in course table, it was a primary key, and course number in a section table, I am using the same attribute which was a primary key in course 1, which will be treated as foreign key in the another table, that is section, because they both have a relationship. So the course number will be treated as foreign key in the table section, and Y means they have specified reference course number. The reference, why it is treated as a primary foreign key is because we are referring the table course where course number is a primary key. So here it will become a foreign key. And I have used one more thing, that is on delete cascade. So what happens is, I have said you about the integrity constraints. When there is a relationship between two tables, if you want to delete the one record, it cannot be deleted. It cannot be deleted. Why? Because both the tables are related to each other. So what happens? You have to delete it in the first. You have to break the relationship, and then you have to delete it in the first table. Then comes to the second table. That is why you have to make use as on delete cascade. You have to make it specify it as a on delete cascade. Okay. Now we'll run this statement and check whether it is working or not. Yeah, I have created a table. Now what I have to do is, I have to insert the values to table section. Okay, I have to insert the value to the table section. We'll see how many records it is having. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have to write 6 insert statements to enter the record into the section table. I have inserted 6 records. You can see here, insert into section values. The first record King, second one is Anderson, third one is Kruth, and the fourth one is Chang, and fifth one is Anderson again, and the next one is Stone. So here, see, the first thing is I have specified the section identifier, then I have course number, then I have year, then we have instructor. This is how all 6 records I have typed and I am entering. Okay, I am inserting all the records. Let me check whether I can insert them all together. Can I do it or not? We'll check once. Okay, then I'll give run. Okay, invalid character. Why? Because I think it might be because I've taken a space. Now okay, we'll do one by one. Okay, integrity constraint system violated. Parent key not found. It is showing that it is not able to show you the parent key. Let me check what is the error. See, when I give like this, integrity constraint system COO something violated, parent key not found is showing, because I have used course in the table name. I have created as course 1, but I have given as course. So what happens is I have to change the name here. See here, when I see here, I have given it as course, but here it is taken as course 1. So if I make a change here, then it will be running properly. So course 1 is my reference. Course 1 is my reference. I had made a mistake while I had given course 1 there and I have typed it as course. That is the reason it was showing parent key not found. It was showing parent key not found. Now we'll try. Okay, whether once again. First, what we have to do is we will, after changing again, I think it will give a error. It will give a error. Why? Because name is already used. I have used section. So what happens? I have made a change, so I have to make it a section 1. Now we'll check whether it is working or not. So now I'll run. Now we created a table. For that I have to insert the value. Everywhere I have to change the name also. Section 1 I have used, so I'll be making use of section 1. Okay. Now we'll try to insert the values. Okay, see here. You understood what is the error I made. There I had given a table name as course, but course 1, but I had used here as course 1. That was the error. I want to show you everything with the errors. So only I am showing you what kind of error comes, how to rectify the error one by one. After inserting, I'll just check. We'll try all this, okay. What happens if I remove the lines and we'll try to insert all together once. Is it possible? We'll check. It is not possible. So what you have to do is at once, only one record you can insert at once. Now I inserted the third record. Now I'll be inserting the fourth record. I'll be inserting the fourth record. Then after that I have inserted one more record. Okay, some parent key. Yeah, the mistake is I have not specified section 1 and section 1 because I changed the table name to section 1. Now I'll insert. Okay, after that I have to insert one more last. Okay, after this we'll check whether my full table of section 1 is created or not. So command I'll be using is select star. Okay, then I'll give from table name you have to specify section 1. Okay, now we'll see whether my table section 1 is created or not. Now run. Okay, my table created. So we already created 3 tables. The first one is student, then course, then section. Now we have to create another table by name grade report. We will be creating the last table by name grade report, and it has the attributes register number, section identifier and grade. We will create that. For that I have written a command, a table grade report. I have already used grade report, so I will make use of grade report 1. So where grade grade is a attribute and the type is character, which is of length 1. Then we have register number and data type is number, and 2, register number is present in student table. So here this becomes the foreign key, register number, referring student table. Student table alli this becomes the primary key. So here it becomes the foreign key. On delete cascade, I have explained you the same thing. When there is an integrity constraint, two tables are related to each other. When there is a relationship, you cannot delete the data in only one place. So first, to delete the data, you have to break the relationship, and one after the other you have to delete. That is the reason we have to make use of on delete cascade. Then we have another attribute, section identifier. The data type is number, and then I have used the length as 3, and that section identifier was there in section table. So there it is a primary key, here it will become a foreign key. Okay, the references, it is referring section, there it was a primary key, so here it will be treated as a foreign key. Again I have used on delete cascade. Now we'll check whether this table can be created or not. I'll run the statement and I'll show you. Okay, one table created. Now we'll show how to insert the table. I have already done, so I'll just copy and paste you to show the things. Now I'll start inserting one by one value. Now one row inserted. The same way I'll try to insert all the rows. As I said you, there are 6 records in the grade report table. Second row inserted. Then we'll insert, it was 18, I had entered it as 8. That is the problem. Now we'll see whether it runs or not. Okay. Now we'll insert another record. Yes. We'll check another record. Okay. Now we'll insert one more record. Okay. We have created a grade report table. So we'll check whether the table exists or not. So how do we check? Using select star from which table? Grade underscore report 1. Okay. Then I'll show you whether this works or not. Yes, we have created all the tables now. After this, so I have taught you like how to create and insert. After that, they have some queries. I'll type the queries and I'll show you what you have to do. They have given the next query. That query is alter table section. In the sense, you have to alter the table section and you have to add a new field section. You have to change the table section by adding one new attribute section and update the records. This is the query. Andre sectional table ideyala, ಆ section table ಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಹೊಸ field ನ add ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೊಸ field ಹೆಸರೇನು section ಅಂತ. ಅದು section ನ add ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So we have used here as section 1. Okay. My table is, I have changed it as section 1. So I'll show you how to alter. So to alter a command, we have to make use of a alter table. To alter a table, we have to make use of a command alter. Then you have to specify the table name. So I have, which table I have to alter? I have to alter table section 1 because I have used as section 1 as my table. So to alter the table, you have to make use of a command alter table name. After that, what you have to do, what alteration you are doing, you are adding a new field. You are adding a new field. So what I'll do, add, what field I have to add? As section only I have to use. So I'll make it as section. I'll make it as section. And when I am adding, I have to specify the data type. So the data type is character and I'll write it as 1. Okay. After that, I will run this first. Okay. Run. Okay, one table altered. Now we'll see what is the difference when after altering how my table looks. So I'll use it as DSC and then I'll give it as section 1. See here, I've added one more column that has section. I have added. Now we'll see. If you are not comfortable, I'll show you. Select star from section 1. Okay, so we'll see how our table looks after adding the new attribute to it. Okay, I have added new attribute section, but I have not put the values to it. I have not put the values to it. Now, first we have just altered the table by adding new column or new attribute, that is section. Now we have to update the value to it. We have to update the value to it. So to update we have a command update. We will use the command update. So update section. Okay. I am updating the table section. Okay, I am updating a table. First you have to specify the table. Then what you have to do is set a new value to the attribute, that is section is equal to D. I'll make it as D. Are you able to understand? What I did was I added a new attribute to the table section by making use of a command alter. Now the section column attribute is completely empty. So I have to put the new value to it. To put the new value to it, I have made use of a command update. So what you have to do? Update a table section 1. I am updating the table section 1. I am setting the new value to it. What value I am setting is D. We'll run this and see. Okay, we'll run this and see what changes happens. Invalid identifier D. So D it is not taking as new identifier. 1 second, let me check with that. Why? Because I have made a mistake by putting double quotes. I have to make use as single quotes. Okay. Now we'll just clear and then run. Okay. 6 rows added. We'll see now how my section looks like. Yes. For all the section attribute, I have added the new value, that is D. Okay, that is D. This is next query. Then after this, we have another query that says that you have to delete report. You have to delete Brown's grade report. So what happens is when I have to delete Brown's grade report, so when I have to go to a table grade report. So when I go to grade report, I cannot see Brown. Because in my grade report, I have the attribute register number, section identifier and grade. I have the attribute register number and then I have section identifier and then grade. Then how do I find Brown? Is I have to check the Brown. I have to check the name Brown in the table where it exists. So when I go to table student, I can see the Brown name. So what happens? I'll see Brown name and I'll see his register number. What is his register number? 18. So what happens when I take 18? The same 18 is present in which table? Grade report. That is how I can access the register number of Brown with the help of a register number. So if you have to do this, how to do it? I cannot just directly delete it. So we have to write the query for this. So first what I'll do is I'll write the query. So delete, from where I have to delete the record from grade report. 1 second. Grade report I have used as report 1. Okay, what I have to delete? I have to delete the name of the student. But I am not able, in the grade report, there is no name, only register number are present. So if I take the register number of Brown, it is 18. So that 18, I have to connect it to which table? Student table, because in the student table, I have a name of a student. So what I'll do is, where register number in, there is a membership. It specifies the membership. I have to select register register number. I'll explain you after typing. Select register number. From which table? Sorry, from student 2, student 2, where name is equal to Brown. Okay, let me tell you this, explain you this first. Okay, we'll check whether this works or not. Then I'll explain. Yeah, 4 rows deleted. I'll tell you how it works. See here, delete grade report. There are no names given. Okay, but what is the question is, we have to delete the Brown's grade report. Brown's grade report. So Brown is present, name is present in student table. Okay, so I cannot directly go and delete the Brown from student, because they've asked you to delete the report which is present in grade report. So what do I do is, I go to table, I go to the table, which one? Student. I'll see the name. I'll see the name. First what I have done, there are 2 queries. One inner query. You can see what I have written inside is inner query. First I'll go to inner query. Select register number. From which table? Student table. I will select the, I'll go to the table student. There I'll select the register number where his name is Brown. So when I go to student table, I'll search the name Brown, I'll access his register number. What is his register number? 18. So I'll check whether the same register number is present in grade report. Yes, the same register number is present in grade report, which is 18. So whichever the register number was there, 18, all the numbers will be getting deleted from the grade report. That is why they are showing 4 rows deleted. That is why they are showing 4 rows deleted. Okay, so this is how I hope you understood. They are the question is delete Brown's grade report, but when I go to grade report, there is no name specified as Brown. So where is the name? The name is present in the student table. So what do I do is, I have written an inner query. So nested query ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, first I'll go to the inner query. There I'll take the table student. I'll take the table student. In the student table, I'll search for the name Brown. I'll search for the name Brown. After searching the Brown, I'll access his register number. What is his register number? 18. The 18 register number, I'll compare the register number which is present in a grade report. If both are same, delete the record. Delete the record. That is how you have to delete. Okay. Then the next query what they have asked is, you have to drop a table section. So whatever the table you have created, you have to drop the table section. So see what happens is, if I use drop, completely the table will be dropped. You cannot use it in the future. So what I'll do is, I will just go and type the command. So what I am doing is, I have written a command, drop table section. Drop table section. So once I click on drop table section, down it shows table dropped. It shows table dropped. This is how we have to drop the table. Once you drop, you won't get the table again. That is what is, when you are dropping, you have to be very careful. So I have completed with my first activity, where you have learned how to create a table and how to insert the values to the table. You have learnt about alter command, you have learnt about the delete command and drop command. That is it for the first activity. In the next session, we will learn about the second activity.